As the bubble falls, just get really close and fan on it like that. You could also use your imagination. Watch this one right here. Oh. Now, just a second. Did I really eat a bubble? No, I'm just pretending. But I have to ask that. I'm required by law. I'm joking, but every show there's at least one little kid. Eat a bubble. No, I'm just pretending. Raise your hand if you like to pretend. Raise your hand if you like to play. Raise your hand if you have a good imagination. Raise your hand if you're creative or artistic. Okay, hands and feet back down. Seatbelt on. Harness engaged. Please keep your hands inside the rides at all times. So what's inside my cheek? That's not a bubble. What's this right here? My tongue. Try that. Stick your tongue in your cheek, which is the theme of this whole show, by the way. Push it back and forth. But just pretend. Don't put bubbles in your mouth for real. There's soap in the bubbles. Now, soap's a secret ingredient. If we use a little bit of soap every time we wash our hands, we stay clean, healthy, and strong. Just don't put bubbles in your mouth, okay? I have to show you this. This is my favorite bubble toy. This has traveled all around the world with me. I call it the Swiss Army Bubble Blower. Not one, but 6 different bubble ones. I won this on something called eBay. True story. I was curious though when I came to this last shape. Now I know it's very small, but can everybody see what shape that is? It is, yes, a square-shaped bubble one. Now I saw that and I thought, oh, what a great idea. I told everybody, I'm going to do it. It's my dream. I'm going to make a square bubble. And people said, huh? They said, you can't make a square bubble. There's no such thing. You can't do it. But I said, anything is possible. That's what I believe. Anything is possible. Or perhaps you've heard it say, all things are possible. Yes, I'll try it. I'll try to make a square bubble for you right now if you'll help me by doing a drum roll. Can you do this? Ooh, that sounds good. Keep it up. I dip the square wand into the bubbles and blow. And there you have it. Just a second. Now that was not a square bubble. That was a wet nose. Yeah, but here's the truth. Here's the truth, boys and girls. Just because something is possible doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. But do we give up? No, we don't give up. We have to keep trying. If it's your dream, you have to keep trying. Now we use a fancy word for that. We call it persistence. Can you say persistence? Yeah, it's just a fancy way of saying we will keep trying. And we will. We'll keep trying until we figure out a way to make a square bubble before the end of the show. In the meantime, I'll show you something else. I was asking you about imagination. If you use your imagination, we can take a straw and turn it into a flute. We could turn it into a bow and arrow. We could turn it into a telescope. I had a little boy, also from Texas. He yelled out, "It's the guy who caught the arrow." That's imagination. Now, if you take a straw, any straw, and you warm it up in your hands, watch what happens to the straw now. You see that? It sticks to my hand. I don't know why either. It's probably static electricity, though, or some kind of weird... I learned that in a magic book at the library. Now, I use straws to make bubbles during my show. Just whatever you do, if you use a straw to make bubbles, don't suck in. Always blow out, nice and soft, watch. See, now I try to catch it and balance it and bring it back down to the bottle. Whoa! Just right. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you. Now, I once heard a wonderful quote. It said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. And I think that's true. If you believe something's possible, chances are you can do it. But the opposite is also true. If you say, oh, I can never do that, that becomes true for you. So choose carefully because you always have the power to choose.